Hello and welcome to Scoping Out Tools, and I'm going to be doing some wood turning today. I'm no expert. I'm hardly even a beginner. I've done it for about a year or so, but there's been massive amount of gaps between doing it. So I've got all these pieces of wood that I've picked up when I've visited places at wood festivals, and I never touch it because I don't want to waste money. But that's £2, and I probably waste more than £2 doing other things. So I'm gonna play a bit of turning. I've already marked the centre of this, so I'm gonna take it to the lathe and let's see if I can actually make something out of it. Right, so I am the turning that I've been basically doing is spindle turning. So this is the position that I've found it the easiest to actually do the spindle turning itself. Um, I've rounded off the sample bit itself. I am using a bowl gouge for it, and I have to say the shavings coming off of this. I think this is walnut. The shavings coming off it it's really good when you've got the sharp tool, and so I'm just trying to get it in a bit of a shape for it. Now, this is going relatively well. That there might be a little bit of tool marks, but that's probably just again for the position. Now, it becomes important that the difference between spindle and bowl turning is spindle. You're doing it all on the the long grain. You're not dealing with any of the end grain. Whereas when you're doing bowl turning, you're doing long and the um, long and the actual uh, end grain. So it's going to be tougher to cut end grain. So it's going to be more difficult. So there'll be you might sometimes hear in a bit of the sound on it, and there was a little bit of chatter. So that explosion at the start of the video, which we'll see in a few moments time, is actually um, is actually caused because of the end grain and my tool position. You'll also see how I'm getting a lot of tear out at the edge, and notice how I've got my uh, tool positioned, that my tool is actually created as a U. Anyway, I managed to get a working curve, and so now I'm putting the Forstner bit in. I've marked on it how far ahead it's got to go, and so what you're doing with it on the lathe is you spin the material and you put in the tool without turning it. So slightly different, obviously, compared to the actual drill as well. So almost a bit like the one person to hold on the bulb and the other person to turn the ladder, or three people to turn the ladder. So it's a bit like that. So you can just see that there's a little mark on that the lathe tool there. Right. Okay. So here we are. We're starting to do it. Now, if you just have a look at the actual position here, you can see that the flute part, the opening part um, of the actual uh, gouge is like pointing towards, let's say, 9 o'clock. Um, so, um, so the opening is pointing towards inside the bowl. Now, this is something that was actually a pure accident. I don't think I actually intentionally thought about doing it this way. You'll also see right now, here's the little bit of a mistake coming in, because see how my gouge was actually pointing up the way. So the U shape, the opening, is pointing at 12 o'clock. Now that is where the problem comes. and we'll see this a bit later on. So you'll see that what I'm doing is I'm starting it off at 12, and then I'm turning it to 9. I think I might have remembered hearing something about it, or I misinterpreted a video, but this becomes why I get this catch. So here it is. So it's coming in. I can hear this chattering. So I'm actually repositioning it, and the chatter is doing the fast cut, slow cut, fast cut, or soft cut. Yeah, see that little jump back. That little jump back is because of this catching. But uh, I keep going with it. Again, 12 o'clock position. That's bad. Don't do 12 o'clock position. It's the U shape is meant to point towards 9 o'clock. I think that was even me considering cutting on the other side. Oh yeah. So there. But see how I was at the 12 o'clock position. So let's see that again. Uh, Again, it's going to catch something bad because I am in the wrong position. So it's so again, I'm just sort of going. Oh yeah, I'll just trim it off. I'll be gentle with that, but catch, and that's me sort of thinking, oh yeah, I'll get the bevel. Now it's a bit better. It's going to the 1 o'clock position, or if I'm saying 9, so it'll be the 10 o'clock position. But there I'm back to the 12. That's probably about a 10 o'clock position. Did I consider it going on the other side again? That would be an absolutely massive error. Oh yeah, so 12 o'clock again, and you can see how much this is actually broken out. So, but I thought I didn't know what I was doing, and rather than stepping away and learn it, I sort of took it back. All right, so not managed. I've managed to break the bolt just here. I was never able to get it back to where it was. It just kept catching. That's obviously down to my technique, but um, it's an alright shape. Let me just get that. Just put a bit of friction polish on it just now, and one more. Yeah. So it's quite a short bowl in comparison. Um, I need to try it again. Learning with the wood, um, and yeah. So let's give it a go again. But for now, I've got a tiny trinket dish with the error in it. But yeah, so we'll have another go. And I went straight back to it and I started using sycamore. And oh, what a difference! Just that little bit of more softer wood. See how the ribbons are coming off it here. Again, I am sure that I'm doing it absolutely wrong because I've doing it in a way that I'm as I would do a spindle. Um, but as I say, mistakes are only if you keep uh, doing it. Otherwise, it's a lesson. And sure enough, it is actually uh, sure enough. This was carrying on the mistake, and then it became a lesson as I've learned from it there. So again, just another angle, just so you can actually see how engrossing it can be with it. Much softer. So this is me sorting out. So just making the base flat, but also I'm then making it so that I've got something for the chuck to hold on to, because we obviously to turn out the inside of the bowl, we can't have it between the two centres. And so here we are, yeah, and then I haven't actually measured this for the chuck size, so I'm just had in my mind that it's about a 32 mil size. So, and that was general enough. So we're back to drilling into the bowl itself. Again, just putting it back and forward, making sure the bits are actually cleared out. I don't know if these videos were completely synced with each other. I think they're a little bit earlier, but it just gives you the two perspectives. Yeah, yeah, definitely little bit not synced, and that's me just checking that the height was all right for it, just to make sure that I didn't go through the bottom of the bowl itself. Okay, so I added a little Neewer light, and it might be a bit too bright there, but let's see the gouge position, which might be a bit easier to see on the two different videos. But actually, notice how I am actually going in at 9 o'clock. So, so I did notice a difference, and yeah, but then there, I'm thinking it's my position being turned away that's a mistake. But you see how it just caught there and it just fires off. All right. This is why you always wear a face mask for protection. And then here we go, and it's there. It just always disappear. But that was a big catch. Again, my gouge was at the 12 o'clock position, and see how I return it back to 12 o'clock, trying to sort out that mistake by actually doing the same issue. I then moved to actually a scraper. Um, and again, this was just to get the edges down. This was a little bit difficult to get in the right position for, um, but again, and so I've just put the light on just to make it a bit easier. I'm trying to think who I let Worth the Effort, I think, or Worth the Effort was a YouTube channel. I'll put that link in the description. He sort of mentioned about this light, putting the light on the actual tool rest to highlight the. And it was good to be back turning, as I say, beginner. So, and you can see the mistakes I've made on this bowl. That basically the breaking out. So what was happening was my my bowl gouge was actually um, I was in the wrong position. I was catching it and it was getting dragged towards the edge. This one, it chipped off. The sycamore was a little bit more forgiving. And so, although I've got a few little edges, missed defects, I've managed to actually avoid, well, um, I've avoided actually having the brakes on the outside. Um, both little bowls will get used because I'm not going to throw them out. I'm going to like basically note what I've done wrong, and I can see that I was unable to get the curve at the bottom. Again, might be the wrong tool, might be the wrong technique. So it might be that I've got to choose a different tool for it, and probably I'm going to watch some videos just so that I can have another go at it. This one, I'm probably, I've got about going from edge to edge. It's probably about 8 mils. Um, this one is closer to 1.5 mils at the bottom. So I've actually got quite a lot of wood that I can actually remove from this base. But I made a couple of bowls, and it was good to get back turning. Anyway, thanks very much for watching Scoping Out Tools. Bye for now.